Hello, how are you guys? It's been a while. Let's just talk, really, let's just talk, because honestly, one of the biggest reasons why it's taken me so long to put this out there again is because I've just been kind of tripping myself up. Because the first video did so well, I've been in this mentality of oh wow, so I need to recreate this, or I need to give the same energy, or I need to be a teacher, or I don't know. I keep feeling like I need to give. I'm starting to realize that that's not really why I started making these videos in the first place, or why I even want to make videos at all. It's not about giving all of me or being that wise guru teacher, because I am young. I'm new to the spiritual journey, compared to people who have been doing this for 10 plus years. I think lessons are something that come along the way, and I've just been putting too much force into it. In my first video, the whole point of it was flow, right? And I'm trying to force these videos, and I'm trying to be something, be someone, have some sort of stability in who I am. And honestly, I just want to talk to you guys. I just want to be a friend to you guys. I want us to be together and have a community, and I want you guys to feel safe. You can go in those comments and tell me anything, you know? This is me sending a message out to a wider audience. It's a little more nuanced, but I also find it really important for myself that I build that community, right? This is my video diary. This is my space to talk. This is my space to be heard. This is my space to hear others. This is me creating that space for myself. And that's been such a big thing on the forefront of my mind, is making space. I've come to realize that if you're pushing and if you're forcing, you're I have to do and go, you know? There's a lot of us out there who are like that, who are just I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done. I wanna heal, so I gotta do this, and this. Those things, I've learned for myself, come naturally when you give yourself space and when you give yourself time. Man, it could be 5 minutes. Oh, my light is dying. Girl, how long is she gonna stay, you know? If we can pause, right? Pause and reflect. And there she goes. The light is dead. And this is where we compromise, we settle, we move. Not everything works out as planned, right? A lesson in a lesson. Bitch, I'll find the lesson in everything. Don't play with me. Is that always good? Is that always healthy? Who knows? Let's find out. I'll report back to you. But seriously, y'all, it really does come down to it doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. This is the same shit that I was talking about in my last one, but more self-actualized as I begin to practice this stuff more. That moment of reflection, it genuinely does pave the path for everything else to flow naturally. I went and did some Kundalini yoga the other day, and it was my first time actually going to a legit yoga studio. I got this job at a kava bar, and I just started working there, and it was this opening, right? These opportunities, because I've been doing this work, I've been doing my manifesting, right? You don't know how these things are actually gonna manifest. If you're attaching these, pictures or these ideas, you're getting attached to what it's supposed to look like instead of the energy you're trying to bring out, you can get stuck on that, and when opportunities arise, you might not always see them. So this was just such a random experience, and if you guys are interested to know more about what led me there, I'd love to get into that. So my manager there, she does yoga classes, and so does the owner. And I went to one of the classes for the Kundalini, for the Pisces new moon, because Kundalini is release, right? We're trying to awaken this dark sacred feminine, this shadow self, to rise that up into the conscious mind, right? We're taking these subconscious things, we're bringing them into the conscious mind, we're cleansing them essentially. One thing she said was, we're here to release the trauma without having to relive the trauma. And that's been really sticking with me, because I'm starting to understand that, like, I put too much focus in all these little details. Like, I tend to, like, focus on, like, oh, you know, there's this one thing that really hurt me. Now I need to, like, focus on every little thing that happened and how I felt in every little moment. But honestly, the intention, I believe, is the most important part. And then everything else just kind of flows. You think about it in your mind, right? You set the intention, right? You feel that, you believe it, you choose to be that Pisces delulu. That's another thing she talked about. Like, she's like, hey, as Pisces, we're fucking delusional. We believe what we tell ourselves, whether it's good or bad, and it comes true because we believe it, right? So it's like really feeling that, really believing the intention that you're setting for yourself, and then you're doing the yoga. And that's it. And that's your action. That's you actually acting on it. And that simple intention being set and moving and putting that into, like, motion, symbolizing it through your body, right? Feeling it, letting go. If your intention is, I want to let go, I want to let go of what no longer serves me, you don't have to think about every little thing that doesn't serve you. Set the intention, move mindfully with that intention in mind, and those things will naturally rise to the surface. The pressure that we put on ourselves as individuals can be intense. And, like, I'm telling you, I put so much pressure on myself. Like, I always feel like I need to do the most, be the most. Like, that's what's been going on with these fucking videos, y'all. Is like, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta be their wise sage, I need to be their teacher. And it's like, bitch, who are you? Like I know who I am, you know what I mean? Like, I'm that bitch. I'm that. It doesn't mean that I need to have these strong definitions for who I am, because another thing I'm coming to understand about myself as an individual is that I don't really have, like, a set foundation of myself. There are people in the world who know who they are, and they stand by that, and they live by that. That's them, that's their personality, that's how they express. And then there are other people who are like me, who are, their foundation is being a shapeshifter. Their foundation is being fluid, is moving into different spaces. And mind you guys, I am a triple air sign. So it's like, I'm an incredibly fluid person. I got a Gemini moon and rising. By the way, they're both in the first house, okay? So the way that I feel and connect with others is one and the same. It is fluid. When I talk to a new person, I naturally change and adapt to that individual and their energy. And for some reason, I always told myself, like, who am I? Like, having this, like, big identity crisis, man. Like, who the fuck am I? What am I doing? Why am I acting like this? When the truth, really, for me, was just coming to understand that that's just a part of who I am. I am just naturally fluid. And maybe, you know, you're one person who, like, you feel like you want to, like, change all the time. You want to be that fluid person, but you're just, like, a lot more stable in who you are. I think it's a beautiful thing to learn to embrace, because your stability is what allows people like me to have, right, more space to actually flow. We can go back and forth. Like, there's no reason to limit ourselves. Like, you know, balancing act is a big thing. I talk about balance all the time, and I'm a Libra sun. So when you're watching my videos, everything's always going to come back down to balance. It's always going to have that overall message to it, because that's truly how I carry myself, how I flow in the world, and how I feel that, you know, we move best in the world is finding that middle path. Because I am so fluid, that doesn't always work in every single situation. So that requires me to also, like, go out of my way to do grounding exercises, to walk around barefoot. You know, my boss was just telling me the other day, like, girl, you need to go eat outside. Like, this is, like, super important for you. That's how you're going to, like, she didn't say all this, she just told me to eat outside, but it resonated with me, because I'm like, wow, that's exactly how I'm going to keep myself grounded. So when I'm being my natural self, my fluid self, I have something to keep me from going overboard, right? Because one thing I've noticed about being so fluid is that I can take on energy that isn't mine and not realize that it's not mine. It happens, y'all. It does happen. It happens to me. It happens to a lot of you out there. Like, whether you're the stable person, whether you're the fluid person, whether you're right in between, right? Like, all of us have probably experienced at some point or another taking on energy that's not ours. One thing she told me, and this is advice to all of my air signs, especially my fucking Geminis out there, anyone who resonates with this message right now, take a step back physically, okay? Like, seriously, if you're talking with someone and there's some fucking energy coming up and you don't know, like say you feel like anxious, right? As you're talking to this person, you're like sweating or you're freaking out a little bit. Go ahead and take a physical step back away from them so you can physically understand in your body whether this energy is yours or not. Because if you're still feeling it, there's something coming up, right? And you can go ahead, like, if you're in a situation where you can't deal with that then and there, you're at work, you're at a social event, whatever, right? Go ahead and acknowledge it and just say, okay, babe, we're gonna talk later when we're at home, when I can make the space, where I can make the room for you, right? Like, give me a second. I see you. I'm not gonna ignore you. I don't hate you. I'm not gonna shit on you. I'm not gonna make you feel, right? This is the love that we are carrying for ourselves, right? We're not going to go and fucking beat ourselves down for feeling, for being, right? For any negative thoughts and any negative feelings, because what creates more of it? The negativity that we give to it. We want to hold room for these things to express themselves, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to grow. They're trying to evolve, right? Your darkness, your shadow self is trying to be the seed in the ground that's growing up into the light. And if every time it starts to like come up, you fucking stomp it out, when is it gonna grow? It's never going to get the opportunity to bloom into that beautiful flower. But you know what? That the thing about Mother Nature is she is so resilient. And no matter how many times you stomp out that fucking flower, it's gonna reproduce and it's gonna keep growing anyway. It'll even turn into fucking weeds because it is so resilient, because it wants to grow so badly. We have, as conscious beings, an opportunity to water it and give it that space. So like, yeah, right now it's a seed in the ground. Next week it's fucking sprouting. Next month it's almost about to bloom. Couple months later that flower is blooming and it's reproducing and it's making more of itself and it's growing a garden. You feel me? Like, we are here to be kind to ourselves, to love the Mother Earth. I'm really deeply in my feminine energy. I think honestly that's why I've been so like nervous about uploading, because I recorded 2 videos previous to this and I feel like I was so stuck in like this overly masculine energy that I've been in pretty much my whole life. I mean, like, my 3 main signs are masculine signs, so I've been really deep in this like heavy masculine, and I've been coming back into this sacred feminine, this darker side of myself, and learning to appreciate it. And I think that's why you guys have gravitated towards my videos, is because you guys are also seeking this sacred feminine to come out and to be healed, and this mother to hold you. And like, look, I'm not your mama and I'm not gonna hold you. But I will tell you one thing, friends. I'm here to guide you so you can find the mother to hold you, the sacred mother. Don't go finding other people to represent the mother for you, okay? She's inside you. You don't need to seek it in outer sources. You don't need to find it in things outside of yourself. Like, you can use medicine to heal, but it only does so much. Like, it's you who goes out and seeks those things. It's you who stays consistent on it. It's you who's ultimately going to find the mother within, that's going to hold the child within. This is an internal process. All of this healing is going to come internally. Even like physical wounds, your body is healing itself internally, and then it's manifesting in the externals. That's kind of where I'm at right now with y'all, you know. Not with y'all. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like, mentally, that's where I'm at. I'm doing really good, and honestly, special shout out to Mother Earth for creating kava and kratom, because these are natural relaxants that naturally heal your nervous system. This was introduced to me for a reason. It's the same reason like some people like get introduced to marijuana or shrooms or like herbal healing. These things come to us when we need them the most. Kava and kratom. Can you see me glowing? Do y'all see me glowing? It's not specifically because of it, but because this herb was introduced to me in the most healthy way it could have been introduced to me, right? Because there's a lot of misconceptions about kratom. And I'm not going to go on a whole lecture for y'all. I just want y'all to know, like, any plant medicine can be healing if you're using it correctly. Any medicine can be healing if you're using it with intention, if you're using it to heal and not to escape. It's the same thing as weed. You know, if you're smoking just to forget, you're going to be that sluggish, lazy motherfucker who's not doing anything with your life. You're going to forget shit. You're going to have a bad memory, right? Like, all of the things that scared people about weed, they're, you know what I mean? Like, those aren't not true. Everything has its light and its shadow. Everything. Anything in excess and anything, you know, that we don't have enough of can cause us harm, right? You eat too much, you are unhealthy. You don't eat enough, you are unhealthy. I'm not saying like you gotta smoke fucking weed, but we do need medicine. We do need herbs. We need these things to heal our body. We need minerals in our body. Kava and kratom is my medicine right now. Kava specifically, I think kratom's it's a lot stronger. It's a lot stronger, and you cannot drink it in excess because baby, you will get sick. Like, you'll get sick. But kava has helped me to regulate my nervous system in a natural and a healthy way with a community of people who are doing the same thing. And do you see me glowing? This stuff is so powerful, but it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna drink kava and I'll be happy. No, I drink it and it gives me it calms me down. Like, all of these trauma responses, all of these fucking receptors in my brain that are used to reacting have the calmness now that I can go and do the actual work. Because like, drinking the tea, doing that stuff, that's one part of the equation, right? Then you have to go and do other shit. Like, you got to take care of your body, make sure you're eating right. Expressing ourselves creatively. I mean, that's what this is for me. That's what this video is. That's what you guys are here for. Because we're looking to express ourselves in... No fucking way. Hold up. Y'all. Oh my God. Y'all, I kid you not. I had to stop fucking recording because I just seen this goddamn cat. I'm not even gonna show you her because she doesn't even like, she needs to reflect like on her actions. Like, it's not even, I just saw this cat crawling out of my roommate's lizard's tank. Like, and he's safe, okay? I just want to preface, like, he is safe. We're not gonna like fucking yell at her, like fucking hurt her. She's a cat, like she's just doing what cats do. But like, what the hell? I was so my heart was fucking like because I thought I was gonna like, I thought I was about to find him dead in there. But like, he's safe. He's even still got his tail on. Like, he's fine. Oh my God, like I think that's my cue. I think that's my cue from the universe. Hey, I got the fucking message, thanks. I guess I'll leave you guys there. Like, really climactic ending, you know? I just want to keep talking to you guys. I love you guys so much. So, before I end this, I want to go ahead and talk about my plans for the next video. One of the videos I ended up recording was basically me reading you guys' comments from that video I uploaded where I was like outside, up in nature, beautiful video. And I really want to do that again. I do want to like sit down and read you guys' comments, and I'm going to carve out some time to make that video, and I'll read comments from this one, I'll read comments from, basically I'll take all 3 of my videos, I'll read my favorite comments from those videos, and some of you guys had like actual questions, and I'd like to answer some of those questions. For one of you, one of those questions is going to be a whole video, because it's a big question, and it's actually one I've been thinking about this entire time, so I think I'm ready to dissect it a little bit, you know? So we'll get there. I'm really, really excited to put this one up. It's short, it's simple, it's just what I love, it's authentic, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad you are here. I love you so much. Namaste, my beautiful, beautiful friends.